And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, as we're going to continue with this MLB The Show 22 Connect Custom franchise, as we get a look here at the Los Angeles Dragons and the road jerseys here for the Vancouver Vandals, as you get a look at those road uniforms there from Vancouver. Really, I already talked about Vancouver's jersey set, but I think they're one of the best in the entire league, honestly, and one of the better jerseys out of the ones that we made pretty much brand new, or that I made pretty much brand new. These are this is my favorite jersey set maybe in Vancouver. Love these road uniforms here, as we have the Dragons sitting at 1-2 here on this young season, and these home jerseys for the Dragons are right around basically the same as they were in the last game, with the orange back, and the green front there, with some orange piping and an orange front to the cap. And meanwhile, Vancouver's jersey also get a black striping down there in the jerseys as well, but mainly white for the Vancouver Vandals jerseys here. They have green pinstripes, a green sleeve with black and white on that sleeve there, and the hats there. Look at these hats. Get a really good look at these jerseys here, as Anthony DeSclafani taking the mound. A black front with a green bell and a white on the back there. The Vandals logo right down the front of this jersey. Really do like these road uniforms. Yes, for these road uniforms from Vancouver here. And the Dragons, again, 1-2 on the season. And sorry guys for the long wait in between episodes, but I hope everybody had a great, wonderful Christmas season with family and with friends, and hopefully everybody's gonna have a happy New Year celebration here in a couple of days. But you look at this Dragons starting lineup, and Michael Brantley is there leading off. Garrett Cooper, Corey Seager is their main bat. Jose Altuve, Anthony Santander, Michael Busch, Josh Young, Corey Lee as well, the young rookie catcher in this batting order, and that is a strike one to Jose Altuve, who through 3 games in this season has been hitting all right so far, and now 1-1. To Altuve is a fly ball. It's hit pretty deep, and Blackman is still going back on it. Blackman leaps, and it's over his glove and gone. So a ball that really did not look like it was going to go over for a very long time. Looked like it was just going to be a long fly ball out to Blackman there. Blackman kept going, and it does get over. Jose Altuve with his second home run of the year. And the Dragons are going to take the first lead of this game here. They're up 2-0 in this one. And only 334 feet there on the distance, as we're looking at this Dragons stadium here for the first time, and it's a pretty decent stadium. I like it. It's got that tropical theme to it, and them being in LA, as that's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. But Jose Altuve gets the Dragons on the board here with a 2-run home run, and at the end of one here in this game, it's 2-0 LA. So here is Nolan Arenado, who will come up back on to the plate, and Arenado is really looking great in these uniforms. The helmet on this team is nothing crazy, just white with a green bell, but it looks really good. And that's a strike 3 called on a cutter inside. Great pitch there by Alzolay. That's his first strikeout of the game. And that's a little chopper by Rizzo that will be stopped and taken in by Alzolay, thrown over to the first baseman for the out. So, get a good look here at some of the part of the stadium in Los Angeles. Got palm trees out there in center field, and a pretty open field in this ballpark here, as Nick Senzel will come on up here for his first at-bat of this game. He's only batting .091, so probably only has 1 hit or so far in this season. But he swings at the first pitch there and gets a ground ball up the hole and into left field for a single to begin the bottom of the 3rd. So a nice swing there, and now the next batter is Michael Brantley. Struck out his first time up, but this 1-2, and it hits him. So he swung a little bit there, and it ends up hitting him inside. And now Corey Seager is coming on up. He's 1 for one so far, and Seager flips it into center field. That ball's deep, racing back and making the catch right in front of the wall, crashing into the wall just a little bit, but tagging up all the way from second base. How about that base running? And all the way from second, I've never really seen that before. A tag all the way from second, and he goes home on that, and he scores. Wow, 3-0 as LA gets another run there in kind of an unorthodox way with a really long sacrifice fly, as it's now 3-0, and a really good shot here of the stadium there. You got, the palm trees there in center field with the batter's eye, and a good stadium here. I like the stadium for the Dragons, and now it's J.P. Crawford. 1 for 1, that's a swing and a miss, and Alazalai will get another strikeout there on that pitch, his second of this bowl game, on a really nice and nasty pitch in the dirt. So now it's Ketel Marte, and with Vancouver here already trailing by a few in this top of the 4th inning, let's see if they can try and get some offense going. Marte 0 for 1 in this game, but he swings and drives a ball into the gap. That one's got a chance, and that ball's gone. Well, Ketel Marte does get the offense rolling a little bit here for the Vandals as he gets his second home run of the year. And it is a big-time home run there. It's a 3-1 bowl game. And a great look at it here with StatCast, and a great look at this stadium as well. As Ketel Marte hits it 404 feet, and Vancouver down by a couple. That's a foul ball, and now Lamont Wade Jr. the count is now run even on him, 2-2. Now here comes the 2-2, and it's a swing and a miss. Slider outside, great pitch there, and it gets him. Now Ketel Marte, though, does make it a closer game here. It's a 2-run lead for LA and the Dragons as we go into the middle of the 4th. Nice swing by Marte, and that ball just drops in there into center. So now we go top of the 5th inning here, and Anthony Rizzo is come on back up again. Looking to get something going here. You get the white stripe on the shoulders there as well, in nice detail. But now Alazalai has a 2-2 count on Rizzo, who looks at strike 3, and a very hittable pitch. And kind of kicking himself for not swinging at that one, I would assume, as that is strike 3. That's the 4th of the game for Alazalai. And now Chuck Nasty, Charlie Blackman is on up with the man on first base. 1-2 to him is a little blooper into the outfield, and that ball will fall in for a single. So the inning will be kept alive here, and that is going to be it. They're going to take Alazalai out of the game at 85 pitches. And overall, a pretty darn good game. 5 hits, only 1 run, but is responsible for both runners on right now. And Wandy Peralta, it's his job to keep the score right where it is with 2 runners on base, and that's a slider that gets Crawford to swing and miss. And so he will indeed hold them there. 4.2 innings of 4-hit, 1-run baseball by Albert Alazalai in this game. Pretty good performance from him. Now I go to the bottom of the 5th, and Descafani's pitch count is not that bad right now, and he gets a strikeout there, as that's only his second of the game. And a great pitch there, high and inside to Garrett Cooper, who just stood there looking at it for strike 3. Great pitch. And kind of hitting his head, smacking his head. Oh, why didn't I swing at that? Well, we go to the top of the 6th, and it's Ketel Marte up again. And, of course, Ketel Marte hit that big home run in his last at-bat, but this at-bat swings and misses at a changeup way in the dirt from Peralta. That ended up being a really good pitch right there to get Ketel Marte on a strikeout. Now there's 2 men on here in the 6th for Lamont Wade Jr. This is a big opportunity, a big spot here in this game, and he looks at that 4-seam fastball. Just misses outside. Now the count has run full. And let's see what Lamont Wade Jr. can do here. And he swings and misses. Change up, low in the zone. Great pitch by Peralta. who has done a very good job coming out of this bullpen so far. And that was a beautiful pitch. So now only we need one more out to get out of this 6th inning here and keep the game at 3-1. Anthony Rizzo is on up, and he will send a fly ball into center field, but it's to the center fielder and caught by Michael Brantley. That will end the inning. Actually, that might have been Anthony Santander there in center field. I'm not sure. But he is leading off the bottom of the 6th here for the Dragons. And he's 0 for 2 in this game right now. And he will swing and miss. So he's 0-3 now. And Discofani, not a great strikeout pitcher. He's only got 3 of them in this game right now. And now Michael Bush, full count to him. And that's a line drive down the line just past the diving glove of Nolan Arenado. And here in the 6th, we'll see. And they will indeed take out Desclafani. And you could see that hook coming. 3 runs on 6 or 7 hits, I think, and with 3 strikeouts, 1 or 2 walks. I mean, not an amazing performance from Desclafani, but not an awful performance either by any means. So a decent start, but he is not in line for the win right now because the offense hasn't been there for the Vandals tonight. Adam Morgan has come out of the bullpen now, and he's given up a run in his first 3 innings of the season. Josh Jung is up now, and he takes a slider low for ball 4. So there's a walk. 2 men on now for Corey Lee, who is 0 for 2 in this game. I believe he's still searching for that first major league hit. And, right now would be a great chance to get it. 2 men on here in the first pitch. Now to Lee from Adam Morgan. And it's a fastball that Corey Lee drives into the outfield, and that ball's down. Gonna bounce off the wall. 1 run will come around to score. Around third, and scoring as well is the runner on that. Just walked right there, and a 2 RBI double for Corey Lee. And I guess not his first major league hit, but all the same, his first hit of this season. And hoping to see a lot more hits just like that from the young rookie there. As it's now 5-1, the Dragons' lead is extended. And they're going to probably extend another run here as that ball's down. That ball's off the wall, and Corey Lee will score. So another run, another double here. And man, oh man, it's 6-1 now in the 6th. Nick Senzel will add on his first double of the year. And Adam Morgan really struggling right now out of this bullpen. He does get a strikeout there of Anthony Santander, but man, a little too late right now. Garrett Cooper is coming on up, looking to maybe extend this inning somehow here for the Dragons. He's got a 1-2 count on him. Adam Morgan trying to get it out of a disaster of a 6th, and he will with a nasty slider. So, I mean, that's the end of the 6th inning, but 3 more important insurance runs in this game got there by Los Angeles. And the Dragons now looking good for Vancouver as we go into the 7th, and it is 6-1. So out comes Rex Brothers out of the bullpen for his first relief appearance of the season. And wasn't great last year, I'll admit. But he's got a 5-run lead here to protect, and David Peralta, not a great start for Vancouver if they want to get back in it. That's a strikeout right there of Rex Brothers, and we get a look at the StatCast data here on this pitch, and it was a slider with an 8-inch break. Great pitch there by Rex Brothers, and I think it was in the strike zone even, so Peralta, really nothing he could do about a pitch like that, and he swung way, way early on it. 2 on, 2 out for Ketel Marte. And, well, if Vancouver ever wanted to get back in the game, this is their chance, their opportunity right now with 2 runners on base. And their best hitter at the plate. And Marte will get a base hit up the middle. So that's going to score a run around third. And coming on in there, it looks like it's Chuck Nasty who just scored right there. Blackman gets in, and Ketel Marte with his 2nd RBI of the night on a home run, and now an RBI single. Now it's a 6-2 game, and now Nolan Arenado punches one up the middle for a single. That's going to score a run, and Ketel Marte will round second and go to third. And it is now a 3-6 game. So Nolan Arenado here, Ketel Marte and Nolan Arenado getting a couple of runs. And we'll look now. Zach Grosscup comes in to try and salvage this inning here as he's given up a run in his first 3 innings of work. And now Austin Meadows has the tying run at the plate here. 2-2 count to him is a slider on the inside corner. What a great pitch there, and that is strike 3. So, middle of the 7th, and man, a couple of runs by Vancouver, but still in the hole here by 3. Here is Darwinson Hernandez coming on for the Vandals, and was pretty decent last year in 48 games and 40 innings. And, I mean, the whip was at 1.5, not exactly where you want it, but not an overall awful season for him last year. Here's Corey Seager on up, 1 for 2. He's got a single and an RBI here in this game. Yeah, as we're in the bottom of the 7th. Darwinson Hernandez here on 1-0. Gives it to Seager, who drives it into the outfield, drives it into left. Leaping at the wall. That ball is gone. So Corey Seager, with his first of the year, is going to respond to the 3 runs got by Vancouver there a little bit with a homer. So a 4-run cushion is back again here for the Dragons. And 346 feet. I mean, we've seen quite a few home runs, but none of them really making it very far over the wall. But that is a strike 3. And the last great shot of the stadium that you're going to get to see in this game there. As now with 2 away, Michael Busch at the plate. And what can he do? Well, it's a line drive, but it's right to J.P. Crawford at short. Great pick by Anthony Rizzo on his knee there. But Corey Seager will extend the Dragons' lead, and the Vandals, they got a couple of runs back, but now they're down by 4 and in need of a big-time rally here in this one. So we go into the 8th, and Jose Alvarez comes on for the Dragons. Very, very good season he had last year with a 2.37 ERA, and in fact, we just skipped past the 8th, and we go into the 9th. Nothing changed here. It's still a 3-7 lead as Tucker Barnhart comes on up for Vancouver. 2-0 to him is a ball that's stopped by the first baseman. Garrett Cooper will fire it to first base. That's going to be the out, and that's 1 away. So Alvarez here gets the first out of the top of the 9th, quick and easy. Now it's Charlie Blackmon, 1 for 3 in this game. And versus Alvarez in his career, not very great. 1 for 8 with a couple of Ks there, as you can see. And he does get a ground ball, but right to the second baseman, or the shortstop, I mean, and that's Corey Seager getting the second out of the 9th here. So a quick 2 up, 2 down on only 5 pitches for Jose Alvarez. Now with a man on, it's Ketel Marte, been the best and really one of the only offensive guys for Vancouver tonight. And he will get he looks like he's going to get another hit. Yes, he will. So he extends the game a little bit here. He's got 3 hits on the afternoon. And with 2 men on here, now was Nolan Arenado, and the only other guy responsible for an RBI in this game, as they're going to bring on their closer. Now here it looks like Tyler Matzik. And yeah, this is a save situation technically here, as Matzik, well, I mean, he has 1 save, but he's given up, he has a 20.25 ERA. Yikes. But a big chance to lower it right here. With Nolan Arenado up 3 for 4 in the game. And Nolan Arenado will line 1 into the outfield, and the ball will drop in front of the left fielder. So in comes a run, and well, it's not over yet. Not over yet entirely, as it's now 4-7. And here's Austin Meadows, the last chance for Vancouver. Swings and misses on a high fastball. And now Vancouver down to the last strike. Here comes a 1-2, and it's swung on and missed. Four-seamer on the inside, part of the plate, and a nasty fastball there for the strikeouts. So they end up getting one in the ninth, but it's not enough as they fall here by 3. Vancouver does not take care of business in this game, and I believe they will fall to 5. I believe both teams will go to 500. Vancouver will fall to 2-2, and the Dragons will improve their record to 2-2. Although the Vandals could be at 1-3 now after that loss, but the Dragons certainly at 2-2 now at this point in their season. And well, it's a 4-7 final. Both teams with 10 hits and no errors in the game. So that's one out of the 3 games that we'll have for you here in this one, and the home debut of the Vancouver Firebirds here on Firebird Field in Canada. Great shot of this stadium. Love this stadium. Here, rocks out there in center field look very nice. And then you got the giant bridge overlooking the stadium here. Again, an open-looking stadium right now. As there's a look at the Firebirds home unis right there. The all red with the yellow pinstripes, yellow sleeves with the red on that sleeves, as well as the white Firebirds across the front. And there in the text, and Patrick Sandoval here is pitching. Yellow belt, yellow numbers on the back there. Great, I love the hat here. A red hat with yellow bill, and then a yellow front with some red striping there. Really love the way that hat looks. And it's Boston here. This is their road debut here. And we're going to look at their road uniforms for the first time in this series. As Matt Rosario was starting the game off for Boston. And Rosario 2 for 5 last game. But these Boston jerseys, all yellow here. All yellowish gold, basically. With black sleeves, a black helmet with a gold brim, black letters as well. And the Toronto Firebirds here this season, 1-2 after winning the season opener with Shohei Ohtani. They have lost their last couple of games here, 1-2 against Boston. And there's a ground ball. That's going to be stopped by the third baseman. And the throw is way over the head of the first baseman. And Rosario is going to get a free pass all the way to third base on a monster throwing error by Pete Alonso, a guy whose defense is not amazing, but certainly seems to be better than that most of the time. And Kevin Kiermaier will cash in immediately on the error and drive Rosario home with a base hit into the outfield. So you got the Boston Barons logo as well on the front of the uniforms, as that circle changes inside on the corner. I love the numbers as well on the sleeves there, the gold numbers. And then some gold striping on the sleeves. I think the gold number on the sleeve looks really, really good. I think that might be my favorite part of this uniform here. And that will be a double play. So Patrick Sandoval finally gets the first couple of outs of this game here. Although he should have gotten the first out of the game entirely. So, there's that for him. But now it's Luis Urias, who has one of the weirdest stances in all of baseball. Really, really far back there. And I also like the socks here as he strikes out. He does go all the way around. Like Bulby socks there, the red and the black socks. I think that looks interesting as well. So here's Zach Plesac on the mound for the first time this year. They're not going to show you his stats for some reason here, but you get a great shot of this jersey as well. Black buttons with a black striping down the front of this jersey as well. No piping, anything special on the pants here. And I do like these road uniforms. I think they're better than their home jerseys, as that is a strike 3 call to Alec Bohm. And Zach Plesac will get his first K of the game. Now it's Jesse Winker, only batting .077. Only gotten one hit in this entire season, I think. As that ball is inside for ball 1. 1-0 now to him. Now the count has run full on him. Here comes a 3-2, and it's a ground ball. Nice play, Rosario! Diving stop at short. And they get the out at first base. Oh my goodness, what a play right there. diving and stopping the ball. That was a great play. So now 2 away, and that's a little blue fly ball into the outfield. Long run for Kiermaier. He dives and makes the catch. Oh, are you kidding me? What a great defensive effort by Boston in the first inning. Unbelievable. 2 ridiculous plays in that first inning by Boston. Kevin Kiermaier, one of the best defensive outfielders in the entire game, makes a diving catch. Darren Ruff here will swing and miss at that strike 3 for Patrick Sandoval, but man, oh man, what that defense was incredible right there by Boston. That was really cool to see that. And now Nico Goodrum here. Full count, swing and miss. And that's a strikeout for Patrick Sandoval here, his 3rd of the night already. Now Armando Rosario 0 for 1 that did score. Due to the air, fly ball down the line. Great play by Jesse Winker in left. Good job to run that ball down nearly in foul territory. As middle of the second still remains 1-0. And well, here is Shohei Ohtani, as he didn't do anything really with the bat in his first game of the season, but of course he pitched like 8 innings of unbelievable baseball. He's only batting 167 to start the year, so he's starting out a little bit slow, and that's a strike 3. And the swing and a miss there and a fastball as Plesac with his 2nd of the game. And now here's Christian Vasquez batting 273 this year, and he's going to hit a grounder over to 3rd, and Urias will take care of it. An easy play there for the out, and that's the end of the 2nd. So yeah, I think I do like the Boston away unis more than their home. And the Toronto home uniforms, as that's a strike 3 on the corner. And Patrick Sandoval, I mean, he's going through these batters right now, kind of running through them all. As here is Trevor Story, and if you remember from opening day, he of course had a ridiculous start to his season. 3 home run night by Trevor Story in opening day, as he swings through that 3-1 pitch. Patrick Sandoval leaning in, trying for strikeout number 4, and he does it right there. His 5th, actually, of the game. And man, oh man, Patrick Sandoval has been very good. And again, that run that he gave up unearned because of the error there, as they came back from 3-1 down on that count. How about that? With the man on second base, Luis Urias will hit a ground ball. That's stopped by the first baseman, and Alonso over to first. That is a great defensive play right there by Pete Alonso. So the error was not on Pete Alonso, by the way, in the first inning. I don't know. I kind of think I blamed Pete Alonso for the error in the first, even though I should not have, as that's another strikeout for Patrick Sandoval. And I'm trying to remember what the road uniforms for the Firebirds looked like, but I really do like these home uniforms. I like the simple Firebirds text on the front of these uniforms, and I like the Toronto logo. I think Toronto logo is one of the better logos that we have in this game. It's very, very good. As that is the end of the top of the 4th, and bottom of the 4th inning now, and it's still 1-0. Jesse Winker is up now 0 for 1 with a ground out in the first inning. And he swings at that 0-1, or the 1-1, and now it's 1-2. Zach Plesac here, pitching very, very well. And he gets a strikeout there as Winker goes around on a slider way inside. And Plesac with his 3rd strikeout of the game, I believe. And now it's Pete Alonso. And I don't think Toronto has a hit yet in this game, as here's a 1-0 to Pete. And it's a swing and a ball hit out in the outfield, and that's right to the right fielder for an out. So after 4, no hits here by Toronto, and still 1-0. Top of the 5th, here's Kevin Kiermaier, 2 for 2 already in this game with that RBI, and of course the ridiculous set play in center. And he's going to find the gap here on this ball, and he sends it all the way crashing into the wall. And Kevin Kiermaier is going to get his 3rd hit of the game and his 2nd ribby. Boston goes up 2-0, and Kiermaier his third double of the season. And how about him tonight in this game for Boston? As he has been exceptionally clutch. The great defensive play in the two ribbies. As Kyle Tucker up now, and that is strike 3 on the corner for strikeout number 7 for Patrick Sandoval there, and 1 out here now in the 5th. As great look at where that pitch was, right on the corner. Man, oh man, you could not have placed that ball better in the strike zone. As now Trevor Story, 1 for 2. Here comes the pitch to Sandoval, and it's there, strike 2. So here is Sandoval again with 2 strikes on Trevor Story. He struck him out once already. Now here comes 0-2. Is a swing and a miss on a nasty inside fastball. Oh my. No chance. And now Andrew McCutchen, he's got 2 strikes on him, as that is low for ball 1. Sandoval in this inning has 25 pitches, and he's now at 92 for the game. So this might be his last inning of the night, if he can get Andrew McCutchen here. And he looks like he will, as that's a ground ball to second. They go to short, and that is going to take care of the inning here in the top of the 5th. So we're halfway home, and Kevin Kiermaier, he's been making the difference. Almost the entirety of the Barons offense right now. 3 of the 5 hits, and both of the RBIs, as it's 2-0 here in this one. We go bottom 5 here. Shohei Ohtani is up. Plesac or Toronto still looking for their first hit of the game. And there it is. And it's going to be a ground ball, and it's going to be extra bases. Because of the shift that they had on, Shohei Ohtani will go all the way to second base with a double. So, his first of the season. And Ohtani gets the first hit of the game. Or actually, no, never mind. The Firebirds had 1 hit before that hit by Ohtani. I guess we didn't see it. But now we're in scoring position for the first time in this game, I believe. And Christian Vasquez swings and misses at a slider. That was filthy. Filthy, filthy. 4th strikeout of the game from Plesac. Now Larry Garcia, 2 men on, 2 men out. Big spot in this game here in the bottom of the 5th. Ground ball, that's picked up by Rosario, and over to second to end the inning. So, nothing doing there. Toronto gets a double, but they do not score, as you get a look at the rocks and the trees out there in center. Robert Stevenson now coming out of the bullpen, and Patrick Sandoval, 5 really good innings. I mean, only 1 run allowed, and I can't remember how many hits he gave up, but 8 strikeouts, and I think only 4 or 5 hits given up. He was very good, as Darren Ruff comes on up now, and full count pitch to him is swung on and missed. Nasty slider from Robert Stevenson, gets this K there. And now we're going to skip ahead all the way to the bottom of the 8th, and it's still 2-0. Zach Plesac has been absolutely incredible in this game. And here's Christian Vasquez. Plesac with over 100 pitches now on the night. And the 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 to Christian Vasquez, and Plesac with number 5 on the night. Now Larry Garcia will get a base hit into right field, and with 109 pitches, might be the end of the night for Zach Plesac today, as we'll see what they decide to do here now. I mean, if it was not this close of a game, I think you'd want him to keep going, but it is a 2-0 lead only, and they will go to the bullpen here in the bottom of the 8th. So, my oh my, I mean, 8.2 unbelievable innings, only 5 strikeouts, but only 3 hits, I think, given up, with maybe a walk, and I mean, just a ridiculously good performance by Zach Plesac there in his first start of the year. And David Bednar, actually 7.2 innings, but David Bednar now comes on out of the pen and looking to improve on his so far perfect start in his first inning of relief. Miles Straw up now, and that's a pitch out, and it's going to work beautifully as they get the runner trying to go to second base, and a perfect time for that pitch out to be called, and it works to perfection, exactly how you draw it up. So here we go into the bottom of the ninth. Boston not able to add on to the lead here as Miles Straw comes on, and David Bednar here, the closer, will look to shut the game down as a full count pitch is a pop-up on the infield, and the third baseman looks like he's got it, and he will get that to get the first down of the inning. So a good start to the ninth with your Boston here and David Bednar. Now that's a ground ball and a base hit. I think the third baseman dove a little bit too soon there, but I think it would have probably been a base hit regardless, as that's a single. And now it's Jesse Winker. What can he do? A man on, and Jesse Winker's the tying run right now. And there's a ground ball. That's going to be a line drive into the corner, all the way to the wall. And let's see what they do with the runner. They're going to round him around third. He's coming home, and he's going to be safe. So Jesse Winker, slow start to the year, but he gets that RBI double, his first of the season, and a monster run, as now Toronto is only down by 1. Here's Michael Conforto with runners on first and second and 2 down. That ball is just low. Conforto 0 for 3 in this game. We'd love to break that right here. Here comes a 2-2. Swing and a miss. And a curveball, not at an amazing location, but you get him for the strikeout. Conforto cannot make contact. And there is the game. Zach Plesac gets the win with 7.2 beautiful innings in a low-scoring pitcher's duel here in Toronto, as the Firebirds fall here 2-1, and they are falling to 1-3 on this season now here this year. As I believe Boston is going to go to 3-1 after this win here. As man, oh man, Toronto, they haven't caught a break since opening day. They've lost 3 in a row, and Steidenrecker, well, he closed the game out. He got his second save of the year, and all even there in the hits column. But now he got one more game here to go into in this episode. Thank you guys for sticking through the long episodes. I know that it is a long episode, but I want to make it count for you guys, and I want to cover all these teams. This first season in this franchise is probably going to go by pretty slowly, I think, because I just want to introduce all these teams, all these players that we have in the farm system in the minor leagues to you, and just get you really acquainted with what the league looks like and how it's going to work. I promise that future seasons will go more quickly. But here is Dane Dunning on the mound for the Kansas City Monarchs. Here is the Monarchs 1-2 on the year. Meanwhile, the Arrows here in Indianapolis, the exact opposite, 2-1 on the season. And the Monarchs, as you see, there's their record again, and this is their home uniforms. You saw these home uniforms already this season, so nothing new in the stadium. But what is new is these jerseys here for Indianapolis. These road uniforms are awesome, and I think combined with the Vandals and the Arrows, I mean, those are the 2 top jerseys in the game right now. But I think I like the Arrows uniforms even more, as you get a really good shot of them here. I mean, blue entirely, but with white pinstripes, white and red piping in the front, white bill on the hat with the blue mostly, and then blue stripes as well on that hat as well with the white front. A white back. You got some red there on the piping, on the sleeves. You got piping going down the side of this jersey, and some blue, and the blue numbers on the back here, as Dane Dunning will get out of this top of the first inning with no runs allowed. But man, oh man, these jerseys for Indianapolis are so fire. I really, really do like these uniforms, and I don't know which one I like more. Honestly, both their home and their away are awesome, as you get a really good shot here of what they look like. And of course, the Arrows jersey, the Arrows text out in front of the logo as well looks just awesome. As we have Antonio Sensatella on the mound, and wow, as a Rockies pitcher, I know who this guy is, and I hope he does well in this franchise, but he's not a great pitcher ratings-wise, so we'll see how he does. He's a lot of base runner already. Brandon Nimmo will pop this up into shortstop for the out. So there's one down, and we're gonna get a great look at this stadium there. A nice shot of the stadium and the starting lineup here for Kansas City. Chris Taylor without a hit yet. Brandon Nimmo batting .417. Ronan Alvarez has been batting pretty good. Jose Abreu only batting .083. Alec Dickerson, Evan Longoria, Riley Green, Bobby Witt Jr., and then the last guy there in that batting order. And here's Jose Abreu, who looks at that four-seam fastball for ball one. And Abreu only batting .083 to start the season. I think he's only gotten one hit so far this entire year. And now I wanted a 1-0 to him with 2 out in the inning. And it's a little blooper into the outfield, but right to the second baseman, who will kind of back up and make the catch. So a little bit of a foggy night here in Kansas City as the Monarchs playing the Arrows. And again, the helmet also pretty simple, just blue with a white bill, but I really like it as well. And I like the logo being used there in the front of the hat, as that's going to be a ground ball and a base hit. So another hit here, as Dane Dunning already with 31 pitches. And there's a ground ball. That's going to be picked up over to second base, and the throw is way, way offline. So there's going to be an error, and I'm not sure when he threw it back to third, it was not going. But that is an error on Evan Longoria. They're playing third base, and the old man there, Evan Longoria, that just could not corral it, and the throw way offline. So he got 2 men on, nobody out in the inning. Here's Austin Hayes, and that's a slider for strike 3. Got him there as he went around. Dane Dunning with that first strikeout of the game. Now with first and third, here's Cedric Mullins, who, remember, hit the walk-off home run on opening day for the Arrows this year, if you can remember that game. Really, really, really fun game that we had on opening day. It was the first opening day game of the season that we actually played, I believe. And now it's David Fletcher, who is coming on up with the bases loaded. And Dan Dunning, man, that pitch count looks really bad right now. That's a line drive, and it's caught by the first baseman. So Dane Dunning already given up 2 hits and a couple of walks, I think, and somehow has not given up a run yet. But still, we still have no score. Bottom 2, here's Alex Dickerson. And he swings and misses there on that pitch. And Sensatella gets his first K of the night. Now it's Evan Longoria, only batting 111. He will send a ball into the outfield, though. This one has got a chance, and that ball's gone! So Evan Longoria, playing in one of his final seasons in the majors, gets a home run there, his second of the year. And an old player there, but he gets a big-time home run. And it's 1-0 Monarchs. So a good swing there from, I believe he's 37 or 38 in this game. As that's a slider that is outside to Riley Green, who's been batting pretty well so far. Batting .273 this year, as I don't believe he has any home runs yet in this season. But now here's a 1-0. And just as I say that, he drives one into right field. And that ball is at the wall, and that ball's gone! And there it is, spoken into existence. Riley Green, his first major league home run. 2-0 Kansas City. And a guy that, well, you look at another future star in Bobby Witt Jr. there batting behind him, but a guy that, I mean, they want this guy to be a future star of their outfield in Riley Green, and, well, he's been hitting pretty well so far, and he gets his first home run there. Congratulations to Riley Green on that swing, and, well, he's going to kind of get the cold treatment from his teammates, but there they go. They're going to congratulate him finally now as a great swing, and man, oh man, 2-0, back-to-back, I think. Well, I don't know if those were back-to-back home runs, but I think they were. As now it's Bobby Witt Jr. who has not been as good this season. He's only batting 125. So now 2-2 count here from Antonio Sensatella. Swing and a miss on that changeup, low and inside. So a great pitch there, and now Austin Nola is up, only batting 100, and here comes a 1-1, and it's a grounder right to first. Vladdy has it, steps on the bag, and ended the second inning. So a couple of home runs, though, in the frame. Evan Longoria with his second of the year, and of course, Riley Green, his first major league home run, makes it 2-0. Kansas City on the board first here tonight. So we go top three, and one man out for Dickerson, who grounds it over foul down the line. Dane Dunning with pitch number 60 already in this game, as the 3-2 is a ball drill down the line, and it is fair just off the top of that wall, but because of the speed of the batter here, he's only able to get a base hit out of that. So a really long single from Josh Donaldson, whose speed had certainly declined with his older age. Now Mark Hanna with a runner on, and that's a ground ball, little tiny chopper, and a little flip to second base, and a throw to first, and a double play. And a nifty little double play there, turned by the Kansas City infield. As the Arrows, 3 hits, no runs, and a nice flip of the glove there by Bobby Witt Jr. at short to make that double play possible. So we go bottom 3 here, 2 down in the inning. Yordan Alvarez swings and misses at a fastball way up there near his eyes. And he's like, what am I looking at? Why am I swinging at that awful pitch there? But that'll end the third. 2-0 still remains. Here are the Monarchs in front. So we go top 4. Runners on first and third. And I mean, Indianapolis is getting the base runners on, but haven't gotten the run so far, and that is ball 2 on that slider way up there in the zone. And, I mean, Dane Dunning has been struggling through these first 4 innings here. But that is a swing and a miss on a cutter inside. And the Arrows, man, I mean, they've had base runners in every single inning. They've had 5 hits already through 4 innings, and they do not have a run yet. They're not able to crack the board against Dane Dunning so far. So we go bottom 4. Alex Dickerson. Now it's his turn. He strikes out on that fastball. Swing and a miss. And Sensatella pitching well. Now we go top 5. Dane Dunning still pitching. 2 more runners on base, but no runs. Ground ball way back to the pitcher. And, I mean, somehow, some way, Dane Dunning, with 7 hits given up and a walk, or at least 1 or 2, has not allowed a run through 5 innings. Halfway home, man on. Antonio Sensatella still pitching well, but that's a ground ball up the middle. And, well, at this point in the game, how much longer can Sensatella go? That's the question now, as Brandon Nimmo comes on up. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts so far. The Monarchs looking to extend the lead, and they will do just that. Ground ball up the middle by Nimmo. That's a hit, and the throw home is offline, not close, as Bobby Witt Jr. there looked like scored, and the Monarchs have taken a 3-0 lead. Great job by Brandon Nimmo, who is one of those guys that has potential to be a great hitter, a great contact guy. Looking to him for him to get a better start to this season from him, but that'll be a ground ball, and that'll be the end of the inning there, as Brandon Nimmo makes it a 3-0 lead here in the Monarchs, despite not even having as many hits as the Arrows do, or up by a few here in this game. So we go top 6, and Dane Dunning with over 100 pitches in just the top of the 6th inning. There's a ground ball. That's going to get down the line, and there's an extra base hit. It looks like going over to second, and the throw is offline, so a double. And that's the 8th hit allowed in this game by Dane Dunning, and finally they're going to come out and take him out of the game. And, I mean, still has a chance to not get any runs against him here, despite giving up 8 hits and at least 1 walk in this game, but we'll see if that run does come around to score. But I mean, 5 innings or 5.1 innings for him. It's not an awful game. Joel Payamps coming on out of the bullpen and has pitched 3 perfect innings to this point. Not perfect, but 3 really good innings to this point. And so, I mean, not overall, not an amazing start by Dunning, but not an awful one either. Almost got through 6 innings, despite giving up 8 hits and, a walk or 2. But here's David Fletcher, as he's got first and third with 2 down. Joe Payamps, and it's a pop-up over to second base. And man, if you're cheering for Indy in this game, I mean, you just have to be shaking your head at how can this team get this many hits and still have no runs on the board. They just cannot come through in the clutch with 2 outs in this game.
Your attention, please. Now,
as we continue on, as Nick Yodley comes on in the game, and he's been not great so far in this season. But here's Alex Dickerson. 0-2 to him is a swing and a miss on a changeup there, and Yodley gets a strikeout there in his first of this game. Great pitch. Low and outside right there. Nothing you can do with that changeup at all. As now here's Evan Longoria, 1 for 2 with that home run, and that's a little chopper back to the catcher, and that's going to be the end of the 6th. So 3-0 it remains here still, as Godley gets through it, does his job, but man, the arrows, 9 hits, no runs in 6 innings. Top of the 7th inning now. Here's Josh Donaldson, another base runner on, and that's a strike on the top of the zone, as Donaldson 2 for 2 in this game. So here we go. As here is an 0-2 pitch. Can he get out? Can Payamps get out of this frame? As that 0-2 is a swing and a miss. And man, oh man, Josh Donaldson, what are you swinging at, my man? That was a terrible pitch to swing at. I'm just going to be honest. As Tim Bastar comes on in the game here in 5.1 innings. I don't think this is a real-life person, by the way. I think he's a created player by the CPU. But either way, he's been pretty good so far, and he's already pitched 5.1 innings in just 3 games. So they got to him a lot so far this season. So here we go, top of the 7th. Still 3-0, and the 2-2 is full count pitch is flown way. I mean, it's flown deep, but to Nemo, who makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. So another couple of base runners here by Indy, and still no runs. Then the 7th inning stretch, as we go to the bottom of the 7th, Riley Green, 2 for 2 in this game. He's having a good one, and he had a home run earlier, but he strikes out that time. And Godley has got a couple of Ks now out of the bullpen. And a StatCast here to look at this count that we just saw. And 0-2, and all strikes in that at bat right there. 4 pitches to get the out. So now Bobby Witt Jr. here. And here's an 0-2 to him, as there's a swing and a miss. And man, Zach Godley out of the bullpen has got 4 strikeouts and 5 outs, as he's been very impressive so far out of the pen. And he's got the 2 rookies going down on strikes. So now Austin Nola, 1 for 2, and he's just going to hit a ground over to short. That'll be a play made in plenty of time to end the inning. So here we go, top of the 9th, and top of the 8th, and Kansas City running out of chances if they want to come back in this game here tonight. Andrew Chafin comes out of the bullpen here in the 8th, and in 1 inning, he's been very good. I mean, he allowed a walk in his 1 inning of work, but he has got to hold this lead right here, where it is right now, and Austin Hayes will lead off the inning for Indianapolis. As here we go. And the 2-1 to Hayes is down low for ball 3. The slider, it misses, and now a 3-1 count here. Andrew Chafin trying to avoid a leadoff base runner, but he won't, as Austin Hayes swings and crushes it. Flips the bat. That ball is gone into left. Austin Hayes with an absolute drive. And finally, the Arrows are on the scoreboard here in the 8th. Well, I think that's one way to do it after a bunch of singles, I'm assuming, in this game with a couple of other extra base hits. No better way and no simpler way to get yourself on the scoreboard than just hitting a home run. And that's what Austin Hayes did right there. 377 feet, and, well, he crushed it, and he knew it right away. So now Yobi Vivas, and he's going to get a base hit here. Grounds one up the middle, and Chafin not doing his job right now out of the bullpen, struggling. As now Cedric Mullins is going to ground it over to second. They do not get it out there as that throw is offline. And another error, as, man, oh man, Chris Taylor there looked like that time got that error. And 2 of them now in this game. And then there's a swing and a drive by the next batter. And that ball's over the wall. Gone, David Fletcher. His 2nd of the year. And what a blast. The Arrows are ahead. After 7 frustrating innings, with nothing happening on offense for the Arrows except a lot of base runners and no runs, 2 bombs, 4 runs here in the 8th. David Fletcher takes a slider that was right down the middle and gets it just over the fence. So Andrew Chafin certainly did not do his job, but of course the error came back to bite him in a big-time way. Right there, as that could have been a double play possibility, but instead, it was a 3-run homer. So now here comes Dylan Floro, and here's Vladdy up now as Vladdy takes out a fastball inside. Guerrero is 2 for 4 in this game so far with a couple of singles to this point. And now how has this game totally flipped on its head? It's now a 4-3 lead for Indy, and now Guerrero crushes it way back into left field. No doubt about it. The 3rd homer of the inning, the 2nd of the season for Guerrero, and it is a 5-run 8th for the Arrows. And that one, the longest home run of the inning by far from Vladdy. Look at this ball curling inside of the foul pole, and a huge home run. And my goodness, now it's all of a sudden a 5-3 lead for the Arrows, as finally the first out of the 8th here is recorded with that strikeout. And man, oh man, it took him a while there. It took him quite a few batters to finally get an out, and they do. Now 2 down in the inning, and Danny Jansen will pop one into foul territory. Racing is Longoria, and he makes a pretty nice play there, going in near the Indianapolis Arrows dugout. But all of a sudden, the Monarchs were ahead 3-0. Now they're trailing 5-3. The Arrows with 16 hits tonight. That's ridiculous. Have now controlled, and now can control the 5-3 lead. As here is Pedro Baez, comes on in the bottom of the 8th in a brand new bowl game, as now he looks to get the hold for the closer to come in and shut the door and get the Arrows their 3rd win of the game. So it'd be quite the brutal loss if you're Kansas City right now, up by this much, and you end up blowing the game and blowing the lead that late. That's a fly ball. That one's got a chance, and that ball's into the corner and gone. So the Monarchs are certainly not dead yet, as that's a home run by Chris Taylor. It's his first of the year, and I think that's his first hit of the entire season to this point. He didn't have an average at all in the beginning of this game, and he finally gets on the hit column here in 2022. As it's 5-4, and Jordan Alvarez now sends a ball down the gap. And into the wall there. That's going to be an extra base double for... Yes, it does get in there just barely. It was a closer play than I thought. But Jordan Alvarez, his second double of the year. And, I mean, again, without the shift, it would not have been an extra base hit. Probably would have just been a ground out. But now he's at third base, and the biggest spot of the game here for either team as Alex Dickerson has a chance to tie it up. Here comes the pitch, and it's a fly ball, and it's caught by the shortstop. And if it was just hit a few feet further, that would have fell in for a single, but it's not. But alas, not to be. Chris Taylor will make it a one-run game. But now the Monarchs will go to the ninth, down to their last 3 outs and down by 1. As here's Garrett Whitlock, and he's already got 2 save opportunities and a couple of saves on the year this season. 4.5 ERA. He does have a 500 average versus righties this season right now. And here is Evan Longoria, who did hit that home run earlier in this game. And he now starts off the ninth with a ground ball and a base hit. So there's a good start for Kansas City. The Monarchs here are in a little bit of business right now. They have the tying run on base. Now here's Riley Green, who's 2 for 3 in the game, and the rookies are going to have to do something here. And it's a ground ball and not what you wanted, exactly the opposite of it if you're the Monarchs. A double play and a monster gut punch to their chances in this one. 2 down in the inning, and now it's Bobby Witt Jr. is 0 for 3 in the game, and he takes that pitch as a sinker low. And he's not done anything in this game, and the Monarchs down to their last out. So here we go, 1-1 now to Bobby Witt Jr. is a ground ball, and it's hit well. Good timing, but right back up the middle and stopped by the shortstop to get the out. So Zach Godley will get the win for the Arrows as they are going to improve to 3-1 on the season. And the Monarchs rated pretty highly in this game if you look at the rankings on MLB The Show. But they're 1-3 right now. They are fallen to 1-3 on this young season. And the Arrows 3-1. So 2 teams in opposite directions. But man, what a monster 8th. 5 runs, 3 homers to win the game 5-4. So that'll do it. Thank you guys everybody for watching. Sorry for the long wait in between episodes here over the Christmas season, but hope you guys had a very, very happy Christmas, very, very Merry Christmas to everybody, and hope everybody has a great New Year here coming on up in the next few days. So we'll see you next time, and this has been Lucas from Mars saying so long. God bless.